Jack Flaherty wins in his Baltimore Orioles debut, and Ryan Mountcastle and Austin Hays stinking rake as the Birds take 3 out of 4 from Toronto. We'll talk about it in this one. Let's have a mound visit. Let's go O's! What's going on, Birdland? Baltimore Bobs here, and welcome to the Baltimore Bobs YouTube channel where we discuss all things Baltimore Orioles. I'm your host, Bobs, and I'll be your tour guide in this here episode. And in this show, we are going to talk about the Baltimore Orioles successfully winning 3 out of 4 games in Toronto, taking a commanding season series lead 8-2, and winning 6-1 in Game 4. And one of the big stories in Game 4 is Jack Flaherty, the recently acquired starting pitcher, making his Orioles debut. And when I say that it was a good debut, it was a good debut. Jack goes 6 innings, allows 4 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 8 Ks. Very good outing for Jack Flaherty, especially considering he just came over to the O's. It really seemed like him and Adley had things going at the plate, if you will. So, really good to see Jack Flaherty have a good, successful start to his Orioles campaign, 1-0, and hopefully he can continue to do that, and we'll get some links. So we'll go over the box score real quick. Baltimore Orioles finished with 6 runs on 15 hits, no errors. The Toronto Blue Jays have 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error. And the Baltimore Orioles absolutely raked today. As was aforementioned, Ryan Mountcastle continued his slaughter of Toronto Blue Jays pitching. I think he went 11 for 14 in this 3-game series. Just unbelievable numbers. He went 4 for 4 with a sac fly, 1 ribby today. And how about Austin Hays? It wasn't always pretty, but Austin had 4 hits himself with 2 RBIs, and he was able to find some holes in that Toronto Blue Jays defense. So between the two, 8 stinking hits, and the Birds were able to muster together 6 total runs. It was great to see them bounce back from yesterday. Yesterday, like I said in my Game 3 recap, the Baltimore Orioles handed the Toronto Blue Jays that game quite literally with the walks, the hit by pitches, the Mateo error, and they came back today and they did just enough on offense to support Jack Flaherty in his first Baltimore Orioles start, and all in all, it was a successful stinking ball game. 6-1, take 3 out of 4 against the Toronto Blue Jays, which moves them to 67-42 on the year. And the Rays didn't play today, which means the Baltimore Orioles are officially 2 games up in the AL East, going into their series with the New York Mets starting tomorrow. So, hey, how about Jack Flaherty? How about Danny Coulomb coming in? He pitched an inning, had 2 Ks himself. Yennier Cano looked real good. That was good to see. And then Baumann continued to impress. He did give up 1 hit, but he had a K himself. They had some double barrel action going into the 8th, but the Birds were able to muster together 2 additional runs in the top of the 9th. So it was good that Felix got another night off, that the Birds didn't need him. Baumann came in, finished the game, and that means that Felix is ready to rock tomorrow, barring it is a close game. So 67-42, baby. 2-game lead in the AL East, and we move into the series with the New York Mets, who for all intents and purposes have not been playing the type of baseball that a lot thought that they would be playing at the beginning of the year. So, really good series. Like I said, anytime you can go up to Toronto, go north of the border, and get 3 games out of 4, I would say that's fairly successful, obviously. And the Birds arguably should have taken all 4 games. But 3 out of 4, you got to love it. You got to love seeing Jack pitch well. That's why the Orioles went out and got him. So, like I said, hopefully he can continue to be a staple in that rotation and give us some good length and be another quality starter. Obviously, until Tyler Wells can get his stuff together and hopefully come back up here and help the Baltimore Orioles in the stretch run. But 6-1 Birds, baby. 6-1 Birds moving into the series with the Mets. You got to love it. Hey, you got to stinking love it. So I hope you had as much fun watching this series, watching the Birds handle business as I did. We'll move into the New York Mets tomorrow. First pitch, 7:07. They take on the New York Mets in Camden Yards, so it would be good to come home and see how the Birds play. Hey, let me know what you thought about that series in Toronto. Did it surprise you, or was it kind of par for the course? That's what you expected. I was telling a lot of people I thought that the Birds would take 3 out of 4. I know a lot of people thought that we might split, so even a split up in Toronto would be good. So drop that comment down in the comment section, and if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to this content, and hit that notification bell, which notifies you every time that I make a video about our Baltimore Orioles. 67-42, baby. 2-game lead in the AL East. We'll see you guys tomorrow when we take on the New York Mets. Have a good night, Birdland.